Hello, everyone. So now when you come on, just make sure you go over to the chat box and say something so that I'll know that it's working. Hi, Living with Paige. How's it going? Hope you're doing all right tonight. I was really looking forward to this Q&A. You guys crack me up, right? So I'm sitting here all week. Well, not right here, but I was sitting around waiting for the questions to come into my email box. They did not come. So I'm assuming, excuse me, that you brought your questions with you. I was trying to think of a question that I had gotten earlier in the week. It didn't come into my box. It came into a different YouTube video that I had done a long time ago. It's amazing how many people still look at those older videos that I did like 2 years ago and 3 years ago, and they're just now finding the channel. So, and they have questions and things, and somebody hacked your email? Well, how'd that happen? I guess you better change your password, huh? Okay. So I hope you had a good week. I had a pretty good week. As you can see, I'm doing a wash and go kind of a fro. Oh, your 7-year-old granddaughter. Oh, I tell you, these kids today, they know how to get around on technology. It's pretty amazing. I wasn't going to be on here very long because I did not get any questions, not through my email. Like I said, I just got a couple of questions from some older emails. Videos that I had done, which I thought was pretty amazing. I was like, wow, anyhow. So I would like to know, I have a question. How are you wearing your hair right now? You can see what I'm doing. I just kind of gave it a spray, and that was that. I was thinking about having someone on the channel that had type A hair. And I think I'm going to entitle this particular Q&A session is, what is natural hair? I think people, hi Roydell, I think people, you're wearing it natural. I kind of figured that much, but you know what? Not everybody does. Not everybody does. Really? Your hair's the same color as mine? Cool. So, I wanted to talk about what is natural hair, right? And realistically, natural hair is any hair that has not been chemically altered. That's it. It doesn't matter if it's type A or type C. And I think that perhaps the Afro-textured community has tried to embrace that, that description of natural hair for some reason. But if you think about it, technically, natural hair is hair that has not been chemically altered. So I said that to say I was thinking about having someone come on that has different texture hair other than my own, are you? Beverly says she's wearing a TWA and loving it. You know what? I tell you, I was now as easy as this is to do, you just wet it and fluff it. I was thinking, I'm getting too old for this. and I need to trim it. And I'm thinking, oh, I don't feel like doing my hair. And that's why lately, you guys have seen me, I've been in a puff, or, I've got the 2 flat twists going back because I just don't feel like messing with it. And my life has gotten a lot busier lately. So, but yeah, I was thinking about having someone come on that has type A hair, because type A hair people can have a lot of the same problems that we do if their hair is unhealthy because of medication or genetics or whatever. They can still have problems with breakage. They can have damage to their hair from coloring it, or having a very bad salon experience where they went in to get it trimmed and somebody didn't use proper scissors and messed up their hair or whatever. They can have a lot of the same issues that we do. Just because their hair is straight or mostly straight doesn't mean that they don't have issues with their hair. So anyway, I was thinking about having someone come on. I was trying to get her to come on today. I had someone in mind, but they were just getting in from work and all that, and it was a really short notice. So maybe sometime in the near future, I could have her come on and she can talk to us about the challenges that she has with her hair. So now, how is it that we can remember 70, grew up with natural hair, now it worked? I don't understand your question. Oh, how do I maintain my wash and go also? I see that living page, but Roy Dale, you're going to have to reword your question because I don't understand it. If you're trying to chat with me through your phone, yeah, them phones, let me tell you, they got a mind of their own. They be telling people all kinds of stuff that you ain't said. But anyway, how do I maintain my wash and go? I literally wash it and go. I mean, I don't go through all the rigmarole that I've seen a lot of people do. I'm like, that ain't a wash and go. If you wash your hair and then you have to, I don't know, get under a dryer, put all this stuff on it and do it. That's not what, you ain't going nowhere. But under the dryer, wash and goes are supposed to be convenient. So how I maintain mine is I wash it, I condition it, I'll put on my leave-in conditioner, and then I try to put an oil over top of that. And then I fluff it or shape it like I have now. It's like right now, it's still a little bit damp. And that's it. When I get ready to go to bed, I put on a bonnet. And that's it. Or I'll tie it down with a scarf. And then when I get up in the morning, I just fluff it. So that's how I maintain mine. If it's dry, I just spray it, with a spray bottle. And that's how I maintain it, Yeah, that's all I pretty much do. Why is our hair so much work? Sometimes it has to do with regular maintenance, right? Like if we don't maintain our hair or keep it in styles that are easy, it could be a lot of work. Also, if you're not layering your products on your hair according to the way your hair needs to be cared for, it could be like miserable, because you're just in your hair all the time and trying to fight breakage and trying to do this and trying to do that. And also, I know, especially if someone is first starting out, if they're transitioning or if they got their hair cut down and now it's got some length to it and you're trying to get it figured out, how you care for it, especially if you were like me and I had been coloring my hair since I was 15. I didn't know what my natural hair was like. My mother pressed our hair, me and my sister. She used a hot comb. And that was before they had the electric ones. That's the days of the burnt ears and all. Golly, we survived. But anyway, yeah, so I didn't know what my natural hair looked like until, gosh, you know, um, well, it'll be 4 years, I think, in January that I've been natural, and well, really 3 that I've been natural because I was transitioning. I transitioned for a year. Um, and but as far as why is it so difficult to take care of, it just depends. You really have to get to know your hair, especially if you have been one that has worn wigs a lot or processed your hair a lot, like I did from the time I was 15. I colored my hair. I don't know why. My hair was very, very dark brown, but I would color it natural black. And then I relaxed it. And the first relaxer I ever put in my hair was Revlon, which just about took my scalp clean off my head. Okay. I did that twice. That was enough for me. Because the first time I thought I must have did something wrong. And then the second time, the same thing happened. And I followed the instructions like completely. That stuff was too strong for me. And then Dark and Lovely came out. So I thought, well, let me try that. So I tried that and that worked for me. And that's literally what I put on my head for years and years and years till 4 years ago. So hi, Delois. I hope I said that right. Is my hair low porosity? In the back, I think like back here in the very back, I think it's low porosity because it holds moisture very well. But where it's concentrated gray, see, like right here up in the front where it's concentrated gray, it's high porosity. I just treat it all the same, but and I know sometimes people will, if they have different sections of their head that are different porosities or textures or whatever, they'll use different products in those different sections. I ain't got time for that. Nope. Everybody's getting the same dinner. So everybody gets the same thing. Yes, you did finally catch up with me live. Hi, Joy. And thank you for telling me how great I look. I think we should look fabulous, even when we sleeping. You won't wake up and scare yourself in the middle of the night when you go to the bathroom. So anyway, yeah, so the other thing I wanted to ask you guys was, does anyone on here go to the salon? Because I don't do salons. I do not do salons like ever. No. Hi, Lenny. Hello, Christopher. My husband just jumped on you guys. You ain't scared. I wanted to tell you guys, my husband was very supportive of me. We did a video about it when I was thinking about going natural. And I tell you, I just kept coming back to him and saying, what do you think if I stop putting perms in my hair? What do you think if I stop coloring my hair? What do you think? Because when he met me, my hair was natural black and it was down to here and all that. And I would wear a wig occasionally. And I didn't know how he would feel about me, going natural. He was fine with it. Hi, Shirley. You like salons, Shirley? See, I can't. Hi, DJ. Welcome to the channel. Hi, JC. You're going to be sending me some Nexus. What is Nexus? Why have I heard that? Isn't that a shampoo? Hi, Patrice. Let me tell you guys why I stopped doing it. I saw a documentary about this common thread that seemed to be happening with Black women that passed away. And I'm not trying to scare anybody, really, I'm not. And I'm not trying to tell you what to do with your head. Girl, that's your head. Do you? I don't care. But let me just tell you what made me stop. what made me stop was I saw this documentary. I wasn't even looking for it. It's just something that popped up in my YouTube feed. Hi, Barbara. And it was talking about this goo stuff that coroners were finding seemed to be a common thread with Black women in their scalp when they would do autopsies. I'm like, what in the ham sandwich is that? Right? So I got to thinking, I was wondering if all those years of putting the kid, because you know your skin is the largest organ on your body. And I'm thinking to myself, now wait a minute, because if you're putting those chemicals and you don't even know what they are, only that they'll take your skin right off if you leave it on there too long. If you're putting that on your skin on a regular basis, right? Every 5 weeks, every 6 weeks, or however often you're doing it for years, what is it doing to you? It's soaking in, right? And I just listen. I got to thinking about that, and I'm saying, what is this green stuff that they keep finding when they're doing these autopsies? It's not like these women all knew each other, but they did have that thing in common, that they colored their hair or relaxed their hair, and that scared me. My mother had beautiful hair. My mother was part Choctaw Indian. She had beautiful hair. For some reason, I guess it was the thing to do. And I shared this story with some of you guys before. She wanted to relax her hair. And I said, why? Your hair is beautiful. Why do you want to do that? Just wear it like it is. She didn't want to do that. Okay. So she wanted to relax her hair. But then here we are many years later, and she ends up with Alzheimer's or dementia. And I'm thinking, and so when I saw that documentary, I thought about my mom. She passed away in 2007. And I thought about her and I thought, oh my God. I just wondered if the chemicals had anything to do with it. If it does, you can rest assured that these companies aren't going to tell you. So they're not going to tell you. They're in the business of making money and they don't care if they kill you to do it. So for me, that was the turning point for me. Now I did wrestle with the decision for about a year. And I just kept going back to my husband, Chris, and asking him, well, what do you think? Do you think I should do that? And he was just very supportive. It's your hair. Whatever you want to do, I'm fine with it. So it took me about a year. And then I just stopped. I stopped. And you know what? Because I was spending a lot of time in Canada too at the time, you couldn't find, good luck finding products for your hair where I was living. I was like a raisin in a bowl of cornflakes, okay? There wasn't a lot of us. So, there wasn't none of us. If you ran across one of us, you would think they had to be gotten lost on their way somewhere else because you just didn't see any Black people. So, of course, the stores didn't carry anything for my ethnicity. And so I used to have to write back here, have my assistants get me a box of stuff, and then she'd send it. And I ended up having to pay a bunch of taxes on that. But at least I had my hair products. Well, when I decided not to do that anymore, I had this huge box of Dark and Lovely relaxers. I had natural black hair color by Dark and Lovely. I had all this stuff. And I ended up bringing it back here to the States. And we couldn't even give it away. By the time I got back here, everybody that I knew had gone natural. So I ended up throwing it away. What could I do? I was not happy. Okay, that was a lot of money in that box. And but I thought, you know what? I'm not going to die to make somebody else rich. So I just decided not to do it. It was green. What color was stuff that they found? It was a green color, they said. Oh, that just weirded me out. I just nope, that was it for me. So what products do you use to define your curls? I don't. I don't. Every blue moon, I might put on something like, what is that stuff called? See, it's been that long since I used it. But my hair just curls up. Now, to you it might look curly. To me, it looks bushy. But if you look close enough, it is pretty curly. But nothing. I just this morning when I got up, or yesterday, I washed my hair yesterday, and I washed it with a Canadian line called Live Clean, Manoi shampoo and conditioner. So I put that on, and then let's see. I just gave my hair a shake. I took a towel. I didn't wrap it around my head. I just kind of blotted it, and then I used unrefined coconut oil because of the high porosity. So I'm trying to fill in all those holes. And then after that, I used this time I used Cantu with argan oil. And then on top of that, I put melanin, Natural 85's melanin multi-purpose oil. So, and today all I did was just took my spray bottle, because my hair already has a, product in it. So I just took my spray bottle, dampened it, gave it a shake, and that was it. So I don't really use anything to define my curls. This is a wash and go, yes. We struggle so with our identity, especially when it comes to our natural hair. I still struggle sometimes. I'm almost completely gray. 4C, 4Z, 4Z, 4C, and 4Z. That's hilarious. Yeah, well, you know what? I think the first time I wore an afro, when I decided to go back, I'm sorry, y'all. When I decided to go back natural, hold on just for a second. That's okay. I'm gonna have to call you back because I'm on a live broadcast right now. Okay, bye-bye. Sorry, you guys. I thought I turned my phone off. Anyway, what was I? Now, see, what was I about to say? I don't even know. Oh, I know what I was about to say. I was in Canada, and it was the first time I decided to wear an afro. Now, I told y'all there wasn't nobody as dark as me where we lived. And so Chris and I went to this restaurant. I could feel the people looking at me, but trying really hard not to look at me. But it was amazing how many people were fascinated with my hair. They would look, and it wasn't like, oh my God, it wasn't that kind of a thing. It was like, wow. And I have had some people look at me and say, wow. And especially if you grab it and pull it all the way down to where it goes, and they're really like, oh my goodness, and that was my first time wearing my hair out in an afro since I was a teenager. And I felt very self-conscious. I was very aware that, see, this isn't picked out. I just gave it a shake. You see how long it is, but I had picked it out. So I look like Mufasa from The Lion King. Oh my God. And so nobody was rude to me or anything like that, but they were just looking, and then they try not to look, and oh my Lord, that was a rough night. It was for me anyway. Because they want to touch it, right? Or ask you about it, but they don't want to be rude or make you feel uncomfortable. So I use, what type of protein treatment do I use? Oh, bye, Silverhead. See you later. Okay. What type of protein treatment do I use? I use Aflogy. I just did a video about that too. I use Aflogy 2-minute reconstructor, not the 2-step, the 2-minute. So like I said in my other video, I wash my hair, and I'll wash my hair with a clarifying shampoo when I do it. Like I'll use Shimmer Lights, and then like once a month or something like that. And then I'll give it a good rinse, and then I'll put on the protein treatment, and then I wash the rest of me, which takes longer than 2 minutes, trust me. And then I rinse it out and condition it and go on from there. So that's what I use. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Wise Senior. I think we should do a lookbook. I think y'all should send in some photos of yourself, and then I can just flash them up there and make y'all famous. We should be famous. That's what I think. Anyhow, anybody else have any questions? Did I miss anything? Now, if I listen while I'm talking to you, I'm not necessarily looking at the chat, right? So if I don't catch your question, just put it in there again. I'll get to it eventually. I'll get it in there. Any more questions? Uh-oh, now I'm hoping that my connection is okay, because I'm getting a thing telling me that it's unstable. And it might be because there's too many people on their computers while I'm trying to do a live thingamajigger. You guys, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, because I'm noticing that there's a few of you on here and there's only 4 thumbs up. So please go back and do a thumbs up. Hi, Dorette. Welcome from Jamaica. It's good to love your hair. She says she's from Jamaica and she loves her hair. That's awesome. Have you given your husband any more scalp treatments? Not in a while. If more of you guys hadn't seen that video, I was in transition at the time, and I was trying to stop his hair from coming out. I successfully stopped his hair from coming out, although it thinned down a little bit. But he's not bald, right? He didn't go bald, so he still has his hair. But no, I haven't given him, not lately. He kind of knows how to take care of it himself now, so. All right, you guys, I'm looking at the numbers, and some of you still haven't done a thumbs up, so do a thumbs up. How long have you lived in Oklahoma? I moved here in 91. I'm a veteran, so I was stationed here and twice. Did 2 tours in Europe, and then I was stationed here twice. So when I came back, before I came back here the last time, I really felt like this is where I was supposed to be. I'm originally from the East Coast, but I felt like I was supposed to be here. And so this is where I came. I just stayed where I had been stationed. And so there you go. So since 91, so I've been here 30 years, long time. Now, keep in mind that part of that time I was in Canada, and we were back and forth until my husband got his residency, which was a couple of years ago. And I got my residency there because, we got tired of going back and forth. But I got my residency first. And then, and we've been married 12 years now. So, and we're an eHarmony couple. If any of you guys remember eHarmony, I don't know if they're still around, but we are an eHarmony couple. And they wanted us to do a commercial. We just never got around to it. We were too busy touring the planet and going to different countries and seeing different stuff and eating different food and meeting interesting people. And we just never got around to doing a video for them for their commercial. So, oh well, there you go. Let's see. Since you don't go to the salon, do you trim your hair yourself? Have you done a video on it? I've not done a video on it, and I'm due for a trim. The problem is my scissors. I asked you guys a long time ago, I said, does anybody know what's a good pair of scissors? Nobody helped the sister. I'm in trouble. Nobody helped me. So I'm going to have to find some scissors, or I'll have to borrow some from my assistant because she just bought some scissors and I just cut her hair for her. So yes, I will do my hair myself. I try to only trim it like once every 3 months. And then I try not to take off more than like a quarter of an inch. It just depends on how bad it is, which is why I try to keep up with the protein treatments and moisture and stuff like that so that I don't have to have so much damage, and have to cut it off so often. Let's see. No, I am not still in Canada, not right now, as who can go anywhere right now. So we were going to go back to Canada several months ago. When we came down here, we brought our RV, we bought some land and we brought our RV. We're at the house right now, but our RV is about an hour from here on the land that we bought. Our plan was to bring the RV, stay here a little while, go back. Yeah, we got stuck because the northern border is closed, the southern border was closed, only open for commercial traffic. And we have to, if we drive, which we would have been doing, we would have had to stop at all these different states. Well, who wants to quarantine themselves for 14 days, 4 or 5 times, right? We'd have to pass through 4 or 5 or 6 states. My goodness, So here we are. So now it's looking like next year. We won't get back to Canada till next year because we definitely don't want to try to go in the winter. Having to go through the mountain passes and all that is too dangerous. So let's see. I plan to move back. I graduated from Douglas High in 1975. It's home for me. You know what? I don't think that school is open anymore. Douglas High. We don't have a Douglas High. We have a Lawton High. We have a Central Junior High. They've closed a lot of schools here. Anyway, if you were talking about Oklahoma. Where are the chickens? They're hanging out in the backyard. You guys, if you haven't been to my other channel, it's called the Achristopats. You got to look down in the description box and you'll see it. That's where my husband and I do stuff on that channel. As a matter of fact, I have a video coming out on that channel tomorrow, I think. And on that channel, I deal with other stuff like, our little urban farm we got going here. And now I've just gotten into fermenting vegetables. So I'm trying to eat healthier so I can keep my strands. I don't want my hairs to fall out. You got scissors from Sally's. Okay. I might have to go to a barber to get my white mane cut into a stylish cut. Yeah. Oh, I was going to tell you guys earlier that the reason I didn't do salons is because I just saw, first of all, I can't find any salon in my town that deals with natural hair. Everybody wants to straighten your hair or relax it, or is that no? So no. And besides the fact, my mother used to tell me I was tender-headed. Well, whatever that means, it hurt. I don't like people messing around in my hair or pulling on my scalp. No, thank you. My sister used to do my hair, and yeah, so that was a whole nother story where she was trying to get revenge on me for naming the wrong boy when she was with somebody else. A long story. But anyway, I was, sometimes when you're a kid, you can be a bit of a brat. Now I was the baby out of 3 girls. My oldest sister was 10 years older than me, and she was dating one person, and then I just said somebody else's name, Oh my God, I was terrible. Anyway, never mind. I was bad. Yeah. Anybody else have any questions? Let's see. Well, I have a question. Where's everybody from? You got to tell me in the comment section here in the chat box where you're from. Now I know where a couple of you are, but I don't know where all of you are. So Now I got 4 people, 3 people that have not clicked that thumbs up. I'm looking at the thing right here. Louisville, Kentucky. I know Jamaica's on here. Texas, yeah. I used to frequent Texas a lot. I had to do a lot of conferences in Texas. That's it. The rest of y'all from Planet Mars or something. Where you? Come on, y'all. I promise I won't show up for dinner. Miami, Florida. Miami, Florida. Okay. It's good to see so many people from so many different backgrounds. You know, this country has such a melting pot of so many different people with so many different ideas from so many different places. Yeah, it's really an interesting place. Canada's a lot like that too. Um, you see a lot of different cultures there. A lot of different cultures. A lot of Asian culture there in British Columbia, where we have our other home there. Cummings, Georgia. I've heard of Cummings, Georgia, but I've never been there. I've been to Savannah. I don't know how far that is from Cummings, though. Suriname. Yes. Are you in a home now? I'm also thinking about a mobile home. I have both. As a matter of fact, this weekend, probably Sunday or sometime this weekend, we're going to go back to the RV and probably be there for several days. We're at the house right now. I've been here for a couple of weeks, but we're going to go back, or a week, maybe a little over a week. So we have both. We have 2 homes and an RV. Yeah, where is Suriname? I heard of, oh, South Africa. Okay. Is anybody wearing braids right now? You know, I haven't done that either. Not unless I braid my own hair, which is, well, you don't see me braid it. If I try to braid it, man, my hair, it gets tangled and then I can't get it loose and it breaks and so I just do low manipulation. I just do the flat twist. Or you notice you haven't seen me in a lot of twists lately. That's because I've been so busy. But if I do put it in twist, I don't. I mean, have it sectioned off like that. It's not in braids. I just twist it. Two strand twist. What is sack cat? Sack. What does that mean? I have no idea what that means. You might have to spell that out. That's like typing in tongues or something. I don't know what that means. Anyways, I'm glad to see everybody. Not that I can see anybody, but you know what I mean. I'm glad you guys are here. I think my husband dropped off the line. I don't see him anymore. Did you move on to something else? Okay, he got sick of all these women. He's gone. No, dear, thank you. I'm fine. Right outside of Atlanta. Oh, there you go. Oh, Lordy. Did you? Lenny said, hot flashes cause every other day washes. No braids for me. Wow. Did you see my Lenny, did you see the series that I did on menopausal women? I think I did 3 videos on that. If you didn't see it, go watch that because it talks about that. With that, I thought that was a pretty good series because I was answering questions that I have heard asked before about that. So it kind of gets into some stuff. As a matter of fact, YouTube tried to they tried to shut it down. But I was like, come on. I had to send it in for review. And they say, oh, I don't know. Well, my channel is set up that it's not for children. So it shouldn't have been a problem. I mean, it wasn't porn. I wasn't getting raunchy. or anything like that. So I just think maybe some I don't know, 17 or 18-year-old kid was looking at my channel and said, "Oh," and got embarrassed. But anyway, if you have not seen my series on menopause and the natural woman, make sure you look that up. All you have to do is go to the main page on this channel, and you'll see, and scroll all the way over to your right, you'll see a looks like a magnifying glass. Click on that. It's the search bar for the channel, and just type in the word menopause, and those 3 videos will come up. You'll see it in a menu, and watch those, because they helped quite a few people, I'm glad to say. So anyways, I don't. Lenny says she saw menopausal series, and she says, I get tired of taking hormones. I don't take them. My doctor took me off of them several years back. Yeah, they just took me off. So they just took me off of them and said, listen, you need to go through the process, because I was not going through the process. She says, there's some parts of you that's still like you're 25 and you're not 25, and you need to naturally go through this process. So, okay, then. And within like 2 weeks, I was ready to just strangle anything that walked through in my path. Oh my gosh. So then they put me back on and then said, well, we'll step you down slowly. So then that was another month of doing that. And then that's been several years now. So Sacramento. Welcome, Sacramento. 2-strand twist. I have head wraps. I have a lot of head wraps. I just haven't worn them lately. I'll probably wait till winter, like if I have to go out and the air is all dry and cold and all that. That's when I usually wear them. It's too warm here in the summer to wrap my head. Oh, no. Mm-mm. It was 106, I think, last week, or, oh, no, I can't. Mm-mm. I gave up Premarin. Premarin is what you're trying to say. Oh, you know what? I heard something about that. I found out it was horse pee, horse urine. I heard something about that. From a female. So it's hormones. Yeah, oh my God. See, you see what I'm saying? If they do that to you, you think they care about relaxers and hair color? No. Anyhow, oh my gosh. Yes. Premarin. And I'm trying to think, is that what I was on? I just know it was a little green thing, a little dark green thing. But anyway, yeah. Well, yeah, if you can find natural ways to deal with your hormones, then do that. It's a lot better than putting chemicals and synthetics in your body and you don't really know what it is, and then later on, the other thing about the hair color and relaxers and stuff is that they were starting to tie it with what's the word, fibroid tumors. And so, oh Lord, I thought, ain't my day to die. I gotta stop using that stuff. Soy products do help, but you got to know how much to take, because they can make your breast real tender and all that. I know a lady, she can't take any soy at all. She just can't. Okay, you guys, I'm getting my timer. My timer is going off. I've got a meeting here in about 15 minutes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A session. And make sure that you have any questions or anything I can answer for you. I will do my best to do that. My email address is in the description box. It's in the description box. And also the address to our other YouTube channel is in there. So if you want to go over there and see what we're doing or what I'm doing over there, or see my chickens. I love my chickens, my babies. I've had them since they were 5 days old. you can go over there and see what we're doing over there in our RV and all that kind of stuff. And I will see you guys the next time I come on. Thank you so much. I still only see 19 thumbs up. There's 22 of you on here. Somebody did not click thumbs up. Please do. Because it lets YouTube know that you're interested in the content that comes from this channel. This is a very small channel. I mean, there are other people that have like, 45,000, all that. Yeah, we don't have that. Okay. We don't have that. I just like hanging out with you guys, but we don't have that many. So I want to keep us on the air as long as I can. At the beginning of the year, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to stay on because YouTube sent out a notice that they were culling channels. They were cutting them. So we didn't know if, our other channel is smaller than this one. And we didn't know how long we were going to be around or if we were going to be around. So that's why when you go to someone's channel, whether it's this channel or someone else's, and especially if you're watching it regularly, then obviously you like the content. So make sure that you give it a thumbs up because it helps that person. It takes time to make the videos. It takes time to edit the video. Then they're just doing it out of love or out of fun, And so show your appreciation by giving them a thumbs up, especially if you're watching them on a regular basis. So, and I'm not saying that just for me. I'm saying that for any content provider that's trying to, give you something else to do in your life that's entertaining and enjoyable. So I thank all of you guys for coming on. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you go back and look at that series, Menopause and the Natural Woman. If you haven't seen it, you're going to find something in there, I'm sure, that'll help you if you're menopausal or if you're premenopausal. I talk about how that comes about, surgical menopause, natural menopause. So go on there and look at that if you haven't and leave your comments. Make sure you give that video a thumbs up as well. And I'll see you guys the next time I come on. Have a good night. God bless you. I love you guys. And I'll see you next time. Keep it natural. Okay.